can see these trenches that are also here to possibly protect the city if the Russians advance even more. So. Makeup or nails or hair color, but
really they prohibit hair color?
In some units it is really strict, but I mean, to be honest, I don't really like strict. Being strict don't really go well. So even the socks, I once got told off for wearing like orange socks to formation, and I was like, how does this gonna make us, you know, closer to the victory? The color of my socks that you're worried about. They're like, no, but this is discipline. And I was like, yeah, okay, it is about discipline, but did the unit give me socks? I don't remember that. But yeah, I mean, I get the thing about discipline, but also just don't worry about the socks. There is a psychological reason for it, because everyone's supposed to be the same in a way, and not to stand out is vital. But on a deeper level, I don't really agree with that policy as a person. Interestingly enough, when I had really short haircut, like, I don't know, I shaved my head at some point because it also was super warm, and people would really be surprised. They would be like, whoa, why would you do that? And I was like, practical reasons. So it's obviously like gender fueled, this rules, because men can have just 3 millimeters of hair, but when someone who's not a man does that, it's like, whoa, that's insane, crazy. So I don't know. I hope after this Mercedes-Benz sees this and is like, wow, that's such a good commercial. We should gift Kafa a new Mercedes. So we go here, no? To the left or after? What do you say? Oh, you cannot really see, no? Okay. We go there.
So we are start. For those viewers who don't know who you are, could you please get little intro who you are, what you were doing before the full-scale invasion?
Hi everyone, I'm Kafa. I'm a fighter in Armed Forces of Ukraine. I'm a drone pilot. I'm an openly non-binary person. I'm an anarchist. I'm originally born in Crimea. It's a mixed bag. It's a whole interesting story. So before making this decision to join the fight, I was living in Berlin. I was involved in certain, let's say, political activism. when the full-scale invasion started, I came to a realization that, in a way, finding something that I truly believe in and doing it continuously is much better for my mental health than being in an environment that is not correlating with my inner state. Because, for example, when I was still in Germany and preparing to go to Ukraine and to fight, I felt like there is this dissociation is going on, because I am so stressed and unhappy and no one cares about that, and the world is just full of bright colors and parties and ketamine. And for me it was not like that at all. It was more like my friends taken prisoners by Russia, executions in Bucha, people being bombed every day. It's not that I wish to kill, but it's rather about me being able to resist the genocide and the Russian Empire in itself by actively doing my job, even if it means that I serve for a national army.
God is a bit of a freak, like what's the fate station? I'm hating the way he creates, so I wanna spend my eternity with God when he's a freak. Why is he watching me getting grilled on the couch, damn pure for a wine? He's got fucked up priorities. God is a bit of a freak, like
My question is about your experience in Crimea. Even not about political activities, but could you describe a little how your life was look like there?
I mean, it needs to be said that I was a teenager and I left when I was 14 years old. Like, historically, Crimea is a very free space. It's a very open-minded spot, and that's where all kinds of people go for summer vacation or for different kind of musical festivals, different activities. I was a crazy teenager myself. I was hitchhiking a lot. I was doing a lot of poetry and art, and I mean, I have the warmest memories of it. And also being born there in this very, very culturally diverse place helped me to realize how the world is not black and white, and there are so many different people, and everyone is beautiful and can be talented in a different way. And at some point I realized I'm not aching anymore, like in a violent way, but it fuels me to continue going. Because, for example, during my first deployment to Bakhmut, there was so many challenges, and it was really, really hard to overcome them. And what I would be thinking about at that point is that if I ever want to go home, I need to do it.
Доброго вечора, ми з України.
You were mentioning that Bakhmut experience was very difficult for you. Was it like your first let's say military direction you participate in after mobilization?
Bakhmut operation was the first one that I got to participate in after getting in the armed forces. I mean, I wouldn't say that we were late to the party, but we arrived just in time to see it unravel. I mean, it's no secret that a lot of forces were involved in the operation, and it was very far from perfect and very bloody. I mean, it's always hard to see people die, and it's even harder if you know them. It's this spectator syndrome. You see something and you cannot really do anything. It's like a movie and there's no sound, and it's just you're observing it, and sometimes it's hard to not be able to act in any way. For example, to retrieve the dead, or to advance and help people figure out how to do that. Being a fighter in a way is seeing your friends die and not being able to even go to their funeral because you have to work, or because you're not allowed to leave. Sometimes it's also loss in itself. It's such a overwhelming feeling because you think about what you could have done or what you could have said, but that's not possible anymore. You just continue fighting for that person also, because you know that they would want you to do that, or they would not want to see you stop. So many friends and anti-fascists also that were killed by Russia, we should make sure that we never forget them and that we are worthy of their sacrifice. That we don't fight between each other for no reason, and that we remember their names and put this information out there to be for the generations to come and to remember.
Де?
Так, все, давай стоять.
I can tell you about Lee Derrickson. I know all the words to De Colores, and I'm proud to be an American. Me and my friends are platypus. Me and my friend.
What is the most useful solidarity that could be nowadays with Ukrainian armed resistance?
Raising awareness is important, and talking about it is important, and educating others, and primarily yourself, is very important. Also being able to separate what is Russian propaganda in your daily life. If you want to support the fight directly, there are ways to directly donate to several groups that do work on the ground, because there's always needs. There's an enormous amount of money that goes into equipment, especially when it's a technological unit. There's always cars that need to be serviced. There is some Western collectives that do work like this and that help to support fighters in Ukraine, but there is not, it's not enough. You can always do something by yourself and self-organize, the same way as Solidarity Collectives is organized, the same way as Radical Aid Force Collective is organized. It's just people that at some point decided, okay, now we're gonna do this, and they're doing this consistently. So many ways to show your support. For example, I went on Yellow Peril Tactical podcast. They also help a lot. And people got to know that I like bird watching, and they started sending me books about birds. I cannot comprehend even how happy I was to be opening these little packages that I got from Ukrposhta with books. I was so deeply touched. It was a highlight of my month, and it's such a little thing. And it's something that you always can do, just send, always ask, there needs to be some point of contact. Some thought process needs to be done. People need to reflect and to maybe understand something about themselves and accept it, as in why we didn't take certain steps before, and what can we do now? It's never too late. We're just same people as them, basically. It's just a matter of need, and it's a matter of privilege to be closing your eyes and to escaping that topic.
How you see victory for yourself?
It's a very interesting question, and it's more of a dream at this point, because as a person in a fight, I also understand that it is complicated, but I see it as me and my family and the people I love just hanging out on the beach by the Black Sea, and there is no war to fight, and there is no war for my kids to fight, and everything's okay. So that's victory for me. You can see us. Look, who's that? Oh!
What?
That's us. What you never do if you are streaming or something. You don't really show your position. You can do. Just a little baby.